In Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And Thomas has it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing, Dalton. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What would Big Al was thinking on draft night? Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games, just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back in there.
Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from the linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. but when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
59.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he stopped immediately there. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
44. Here you go.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield off the play fake. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who stops.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Leopard!
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Here's Barkley. Spins past him. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Saquon Barkley making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Larry! 368!
To throw again. Dalton. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. This give is to McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd down, Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue landed.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Sheds off the tackle, and he comes back with one complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
1st down, Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Detroit!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Forced out to his left. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley twisting away. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
No, check, Patriot.
Operating from the gun. Knight under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. Knight. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Back to throw. Knight being chased out left. And some room to run now. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
To throw on 2nd down. Knight dumping it off for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Flushed out right. There he goes inside the 30. Wide open receiver complete. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. Dalton's going to sneak it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Dalton scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Redskins. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Knight eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Dalton, 1st and 10. Steps, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
368!
Dalton here from the gun. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. Knight escaping the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a return will stop right around the 25. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hurry up, here we go.
A handoff to Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score in this game.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Off play action. Knight. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass.
They've got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
Here you go, 368.
First and 10 for Dalton. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. To throw here, Dalton. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Johnson. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Leopard!
On 3rd down, Barkley. And some room to work. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run with Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Knight. Hard throw. Incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got this down to the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Johnson. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 1st and 10, Knight. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Knight eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Gone! Detroit!
Back to throw. Knight. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a